Hello, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Word. Today we are featuring the Church Bible Publishing Interleaved Journaling Bible. Pretty sweet. And you see it's got a blue cover. I love that it's not like really bright blue, but it's kind of a dark blue. It doesn't stand out real loud. Two really nice blue ribbons, 1/4 inch. Has a 9-point font and double column, no references, but you will notice that it has lined note-taking pages every other page, all the way through. Really sharp. Now, one thing I love about Church Bible Publishing, number one, is I love the ironed calfskin. I love the fact that it's smooth, nice. I love the tooled work here. Their perimeter stitching is really nice. This is about to come out in black with white stitching. That's going to be a beauty. They've got all kinds of different water buffalo, several options coming out that are going to be really sharp. I'll post all the editions that are coming out in my description, but just be waiting for some extra stuff on this. Really nice. It's got a black liner, and it's some sort of an animal skin liner, really soft and flexible. Of course, as always with Church Bible Publishing, you're going to have that sturdy, solid edge lining. Remember, the support pages are glued together. Don't tear those apart. That's part of the feature here, where the binding is actually glued to the text block and back into the text itself. 9-point font, as I said earlier. Lined. A lot of people like lined journaling or note pages because it helps them stay within boundaries, and it's easier to line match on both sides so that the ghosting isn't as bad and things like that. If I could say one thing, well, first let's check out the gilding. The gilding is very pretty. I love silver gilding, especially on a blue text. And when you open it, they actually art gilded the same color, so you can see the silver. So that's a pretty neat touch. It would be neat if this was kind of like a cobalt blue or something to kind of match this, but you still got to appreciate the art gilding made in the USA. That's another great thing about Church Bible Publishing, right in Cadillac, Michigan, made right there within a local church. Pretty cool. Always King James Version. So if you're a lover of the King James Version, you can't go wrong with anything that Church Bible Publishing produces. I don't know what this is going to cost yet because it won't be released until Friday, I think. But I guarantee it's probably going to be under $100 because just about everything they have is under $100 or at least be within that range. Now, I did do a test, because I know some of you are going to want to know how this turned out. I did do a test on the note paper, and I used several different types of pens. First type I used was my Sharpie .05. I did that in blue, red, and black. I used my Pigra Micron .05, and I used my Pigma Micron PN. Now, this one appears to be running out of ink, so this probably isn't the best test. I also used a Papermate profile, kind of a felty, ballpointy type. It's not quite ballpoint ink, but it functions more like a ballpoint. I used a Bic ballpoint, and I used an Office Depot Ultrafine. So let's take a look and see how it does when you flip the page over. Okay, as you will notice, there is some bleed through. Well, actually, a lot of bleed through on the Office Depot, so that pen is out. The Bic had some pretty serious bleed through, so that pen is out. The Pigma Micron .05, you can see a little bit of bleed through there, so that pen is also out on this. I was really surprised that the Sharpies didn't perform better because they generally do very well. The best performing pen was the Papermate Profile 1.4B. So that's what I would use, something of that nature, on this because the paper is a little bit thin. It would have been nice to see this paper more in the upper 30s. Church Bible Publishing generally does 33 GSM paper, and this looks to be about in that range. So it would have been nice to have it a little bit thicker. But if you like King James and you like Interleaved Bibles, this thing is pretty great, and it's pretty affordable. It's got everything you would look for in a CBP Bible. Structurally sound, made in the USA, beautiful cover, beautiful spine, has that good traditional look that I just happen to love. And this is going to be available in black and several other colors, like I said, with white perimeter stitching. That is going to be interesting to see. But anyhow, they did a pretty good job on their corners. This one is a little thick. They probably could have done a little more trimming down on that, but this top corner looks pretty good. This is pretty nice. Again, a little thicker paper would have been great, but for the most part, if you use the right pen, you can make this work out. So I recommend it. And there you have it. There's your Nichols Word. Keep calm. Jesus on.